Hi friends. So today in this video I'll be explaining about the Saturn transit to Sagittarius, which is happening on 26th of January 2017. How will it affect signs like Cancer, Leo, Virgo and Libra? When I say signs, I mean moon sign. Now, in my last video, you can go through my last video if you missed my last video where I've explained why Saturn is not very comfortable in Scorpio, and now that it is moving to Sagittarius, why it will be a little more comfortable there. Secondly, I've also explained about why I take moon sign into consideration for understanding transit and not or to see the effect of transit. I usually consider moon sign and not the ascendant. Now, I have already explained how will it affect people having moon sign of Aries, Taurus, and Gemini. Now, in this video, I'll be talking about uh, the fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh sign, that is from Cancer to Libra. Now, quickly, I have mentioned in the last video also, Saturn transit which are really good are the third house transit from the moon, sixth house transit from the moon, and the 11th house transit from the moon. So these are pretty good transit. The transit like 12th house from the moon, the first house from the moon, the second house from the moon, the fourth house from the moon, the fifth house from the moon, the eighth house from the moon, are pretty difficult transits. uh, the other transits, even ninth house is difficult transit, but because eighth house is a very difficult transit, now the Saturn moves from eighth to ninth, so the effect reduces. Hence, ninth house you can consider it to be a kind of a neutral transit or average transit. Similarly with 10th house and with seventh house. So now let's move to the Cancer moon sign people. Now for Cancer moon sign people, in 2017 January 26th, when Saturn moves to Sagittarius, it'll it'll move to your sixth house. And as I said before, sixth house transit of Saturn is considered to be a very auspicious transit. Hence, for you people, it's a great news. For all the Cancer moon sign people, it's a great news because Saturn is moving to your sixth house. Now, that's a really good thing. Unfortunately for you guys, Jupiter is not in a great place, and currently it's transiting in your third house, which is a very difficult transit for Jupiter. Saturn was in your fifth house, so you must be facing some kind of stress, some kind of difficulties in this current situation. Things will improve in 2017 Jan, because Saturn moves to your sixth house, but the effect will not be, it will not be at its peak, because Jupiter will still be in the third house. And usually when I see transit, two very important planet for transits uh, are Saturn and Jupiter, because these are slow moving planets. These are planets, hence these planets remain in one sign for a longer period. Jupiter stays in one sign for a year or so. Saturn stays for 2.5 years. Hence the effect that these two planets gives are much more in comparison to other planets. Rahu and Ketu also give pretty significant you know effects, because they also stay in a sign for 1.5 years. uh, so for you guys, 2000, for Cancer moon sign guys, uh, the great news is Saturn is moving to the sixth house. The not so good news is Jupiter is still in your third house. Even in the mid of 2017, it will move to your fourth house, which is the Libra. It will move to Jupiter will move to Libra, which is fourth house from your moon sign, and that itself is not a great transit. So you will get the maximum. You'll get the best effect. Even now you'll get good effect because the Saturn transit, but the defect will be really good in mid 2018 when Jupiter moves to your fifth house. That's when the effect is very very good for you guys. Now let's move to Leo. In the Leo moon sign, what happens is now Saturn is moving from your fourth house to your fifth house. Scorpio, your fourth house. Sagittarius, your fifth house, it is moving from your fourth house to fifth house. Now that's kind of a difficult transit. Fifth house transit is not really great for Saturn because Saturn doesn't really do well, in a house which is about creativity, which is about children, which is about arts, which is about romance. Saturn is not that kind of a planet. It's a laid back planet, hence it doesn't really do well in the fifth house. So for you guys, uh, that this is not a great transit. Of course, if you're going through a great mahadasha and you're going through a good antardasha, that will definitely help. The other good news for you is Jupiter is transiting your second house currently, and hence that's a good news for you because second house transit of Jupiter is a very auspicious transit. And the Saturn transit, which is happening in 2017, and which is a difficult transit, uh, will definitely, the effect will get a little lesser because of the Jupiter transiting your second house. Another other things which you need to look at is the fourth house transit, which is the Saturn's fourth house transit, which is currently you're going through. The Leo moon sign people are going through fourth house transit of Saturn. That's a very, very difficult transit. Like eighth house transit, fourth house transit is also considered to be very difficult, 2.5 years. So from fourth house, when it moves to the fifth house, that difficulty level reduces a bit. So that in a way is a good news. With that, you have a good Jupiter transit as well. So till 2017 mid, things will be still okay with you. Now things will become a little more difficult from 2017 mid, when Jupiter moves to your, Jupiter transit goes to your third house from Moon. When Jupiter moves to Libra, that's when things starts getting a little difficult, and that is the time when you need to have a little bit of more patience to walk around with things for a year or so. So that's about the Leo. Now let's move to the next moon sign. The next moon sign is Virgo. For Virgo people, Jupiter currently was in a just sorry, Saturn currently was in a great position. Saturn was transiting over your third house. Uh, Third house is considered to be one of the best transit because you are out of your sunny Sadesati or Saturn Sadesati, and Saturn moves to your third house, so that is considered to be a great transit. Now, from that great transit, it moves to a difficult position, right? So it moves to a difficult position. That transit becomes becomes a little difficult transit because it moves to your fourth house. Fourth house is considered to be again a difficult transit for Saturn. So for you guys, you need to cultivate spiritualism inside you. You need to start doing meditation because you can get upset with certain things. You may get a little bit of jittery, depressed, and so on. And there is also a possibility that the peace of mind may get affected because fourth house is your peace of mind. Fourth house is your domestic happiness, and that gets a little hampered because Saturn mm, transit over that house. So you need to be careful of that fact. Now, what will help you from mid of January, for mid of 2017, is Jupiter moves to your second house. Currently, it is in your first house, right? It's transiting over your moon sign in August 2017. It moves to your second house, and in second house, it really becomes a good transit. So that will really help you. So till 2017 mid, you need to have a little bit of more patience. After 2017 mid, things will improve considerably for you guys. So now let's move to the next sign, Libra. For Libra moon sign people, 2017 is going to be a great year. 2017 is going to be a year of great relief, absolutely great relief for you guys. Why? Because Saturn, you people have been going through the Saturn Sadesati or Sunny Sadesati for the 7.5 years. It's been a very, very difficult time for you guys. I know a lot of people, you know, who are going through that phase, and they have been thinking about that. When will I get rid of, this time? When will I get rid of my Saturn Sadesati? This has been a very, very tough time for me. So for you guys, finally, it's a great news. Saturn moves to your third house, and things you will see from January 2017, things will drastically improve. Of course, you still are going through a difficult Jupiter transit, and that difficult Jupiter transit will only get better in mid of 2018, but that's okay because Saturn moves to a very, very good position. So things will improve, 60 to 70 to 80% improvement you will see from early next year. And you'll see a really, really good improvement in somewhere in mid of 2018. But from 2017 things will really uh, good will be good for you. And this is a time to take advantage, to maximize your efforts, to start doing great things, to start uh, understanding that good and bad times are part of life, and not get carried away, right? You have been going through a difficult time, a very difficult time for some us, depending on what mahadasha and antardasha you are going through. Uh, so you had gone through difficult times. Now things will certainly improve for you guys. It's a great time for you guys to do work, to maximize your effort, to try and invest in new things, to do well professionally, to do well personally. So all kind of support you'll get from this Saturn transit. So that's about it, friends. This is the part two of Saturn transit, where I discussed about uh, the effect for Cancer moon sign people, for Leo moon sign people, for Virgo, and for Libra moon sign people. In my third part of the video, I will explain the other five signs. Till then, goodbye. Please like my video. Please subscribe to my channel. Tada.